Welcome back to my tutorial, guys, on my rest series, and today we're going to be discussing on how to loop over vectors. There's three main ways to loop over vectors. The first way, and by the way, all of these methods are for loops. They just differ by the type of mutability and ownership, and again, we're going to discuss that later. So the first one is a for loop like this. So for I in, and I is just any element in this vector. So for I in and v, okay, because remember that's the name of our vector, and our vector is immutable. Okay, it's a mutable type, remember that. If you want to have a mutable reference, then your type has to be mutable as well. Okay, always remember that. Now you're gonna say print, and we're just gonna print I. Okay, and the second way to loop is like this. We're just gonna make a println statement, just an empty one, just for a new line, and then we're gonna say for, this is our second way, for I in and mute v, like that. So this is a mutable reference now. It's readable and write, while this one is just read only, so you can only read I, but here you can read and write I. You can modify the value. So what we can do is print ln, and this one will print I as well. We don't want to print a new line, we're just going to print it here, one after another, like so. Okay, and then the third type of iterating is this. So for I in v, and this takes complete ownership of the vector. And what that means is you cannot use the vector anymore. You cannot access the elements, or you cannot do anything with it anymore after this line. So we're going to say print ln I, and of course same thing here. So let's run our code and see what happens. Okay, whoops, I goofed up here. And remember, we're just printing a new line. We don't want to print any character or anything like that. So there you have it. Cargo run. And what's wrong now? Oops. Our variable is not called vec, it's v. So that's another thing. Okay, so it should work now. And as you can see, it loops through all three loops. All three loops work the same way. Now the difference is, I want to show you with the third type of iteration. So let's get rid of these ones. So with the third type of iteration, the problem is you cannot do anything with the vector. So for example, let's say you want to iterate twice like this. If you do this, this will not compile because you're taking ownership of the vector. So you cannot use it anymore. So look. So it will give you an error. It says use of moved value v. So value here is now owned. We're using it. Okay, so it's not a reference anymore. You're actually owning the value. However, you can do this easily. You can easily reference a value like that, and it will work the same thing. It will work the same way. So print ln like that. Okay, so this line will actually work. So it will actually work because we're not taking ownership. We're just doing a reference to I. We're just doing a reference to the element here. Okay, so that's it for this video, guys. These are the three different ways to loop over vectors. I hope this video helped you. Rate, comment, subscribe, and share this video if you find it helpful. And I'll see you next time, guys. Thanks for watching.